Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about these heart indicator lights that I picked up for my Mark IV. And I saw these, and as ridiculous as they looked, I was like, these are ridiculously adorable and I want to put them on the car. But I ran into a slight problem. These come with two prongs on the back, which in an ideal world, you would just be able to, put the indicator light back through the fender, drill two holes, screw these on, no problem. But the hole on the indicator actually this is actually the assembly of the car. So it goes into the fender like this. And so therefore there's no room to bolt this onto the car. So here is my workaround. We're going to take it apart, and I picked up extra ones from the junkyard because I figured keep the OEM ones in case I ever want to put it back on the car to normal, because these might be a phase or just not everyone's cup of tea if I want to sell the car, right? So I picked up an extra set from the junkyard. I popped the clear lens off, and then also this little piece just pops off, and then this is the bulb that just, removes. And what we're going to do is actually just drill two holes and put this through, but these are actually not long enough, like they'll fit-ish in. And so what I found when I did the other one is you can actually remove these and put a actual screw through to attach to this, and then these just plug right into the car. So that's what we're going to do. So what you're going to need to do this, obviously, is your indicator lights. You could use the one off the car if you don't mind ruining it or, adjusting it and then buying new ones down the road if you ever need them. I got mine at the junkyard. They were like $. A screw, I think technically this is like a wood screw, but using what I have at the house without running to the store, and then a drill gun and drill bits and a screwdriver. So first things first, we're going to remove the back. Then you're going to remove the front screws. Okay, and then with these, it gets a little tricky, so they use this like glue. And I kind of just used a pick to kind of like gently pull this out. Okay, so as you can see, there's screws here, and actually on the other one that I did, you couldn't actually see this side. So what I did was actually just drill enough of a hole so this post rested into it to keep it from like spinning, if that makes any sense. So we're gonna go and remove this. Let's work smarter. I have a horrible idea. I mean, it's just plastic. So what if I literally just like warm it up enough? So much easier. I'm gonna take the longer screws, put them in. Okay. Now the key here is to put them in enough so they sit flush enough to mark this side. So this one's actually a little too long. So I'm just gonna back it out a little. And with these, I am positioning it on like eyeballing the screws just inside of these little like things, and then just as flat as possible. And then I'm just kind of pushing so you get like the tiniest little indentation. Kind of like when you go to like nail a picture on the wall and you like mark the wall, and then you go from there. This is already going so much better than the last one. Okay, so here we go. Sitting flush just on either side of those markings. And you probably won't be able to see it, but I can see it on camera that there's two tiny little indentions. So then drill bits, I'm using one like this. I'm getting this on camera, and then just drilling where those marks are. And obviously be careful not to catch your fingers on the other side. I feel like if this isn't perfect, it's okay. I just think as close as possible is best. And the point is, this way you don't have to like fabricate something crazy to get this to attach. Okay, first holes put in. I like to do like one small bit and then put one slightly bigger on, just to like basically almost like make a pilot hole. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. Put the screw head back on. And then line these up again. See them on this side. It's kind of hard because I'm like obviously trying to get this on camera. Okay, then you're gonna feed the wires to the lights back through, like so. And they come out there. And then we're gonna reattach the screws. And I like to reattach these ones by hand because I just feel like my gun is actually like a ratcheting gun or whatever it's called. So I just feel like it's a little too strong for something this delicate. Okay, just make sure you have them all lined up. Put the top back on. Back screws on. And there you have it, all set to wire this up. Okay, and then the next step, I'm just doing this inside the house, so I'm not trying to do it outside while I'm on the car. And I'm just stripping the ends of these a little longer. So that way there's more to use to attach. Okay. And then you're also gonna want 2 connectors as well. Okay, let's go outside. Okay, so now we are outside at the car and you just want to use a little pick tool and pry off your indicator light that's on the car and disengage the shell of it. And then this is when I forgot like what colors match, so I actually paused it and then went over and checked the other one that I had already done to check which wire matches to which wire on the indicator light. Okay, so this is where I actually take my wire cutters and cut off the old lighting system from the car. And you're going to want to trim the ends and get enough wire to show so that way you can twist it and put them into the little connector pieces. And you could also just use electrical tape when doing this. I just actually have these little things so it works out really nicely. You just put each end of the wire into the connector and then kind of like use your pliers to like close it over the wires. And the car wire harness was actually a lot shorter on the driver's side, so that's why I put the connectors on the car side first, so I would kind of almost have like a little extra room to then hook into the indicator ones. And I believe that on my car, the black wire of the indicator light went to the green and black striped wire of the car. But if you're wrong, you could just obviously undo them and reattach the other way. And then when you get them all hooked together, you're just gonna gently slide in the excess wires into the car and then clip your indicator back onto the car, nice and clean.